Today, thousands in the LGBTQ plus community gathered at Centennial Park for Holland's Pride Festival. Our Maria Serrano has been gauging how members of the community feel just 24 hours after the Supreme Court decision. Maria.
Uncertainty, fear, and anxiety. I can tell you that that's the main feeling I sensed today as I talked with members of the LGBTQ plus community. More than 24 hours after abortion is eliminated as a protected constitutional right all over the country.
We're going back in time.
And as time goes on, these two friends at Holland Pride Festival say overturning Roe v. Wade could be the next step for overturning other precedents.
For people who are gay, we look at stuff like that and we see that if you can take away rights from genders, then you can definitely take rights away from anybody's.
Rights like same-sex marriage.
I remember when gay marriage first got legalized, I cried in a Big B drive-thru. And it scares me just because knowing that we already have this and that it could be taken away, that I could not marry somebody that I love. And it just, this is sad, but it just makes me more sad for our future.
Now there could be a big question mark looming for members of the LGBTQ plus community. At Holland Pride, during the community event bringing together thousands of LGBTQ plus people together, we talked with the organizers about their concerns.
It sort of opens the floodgates of other decisions being overturned, primarily trans rights and, same-sex marriage.
How does that make you feel?
As a married gay man, I am a little worried about what's to come. Is it that gateway that's going to cause other decisions to be reevaluated, and is my marriage eventually going to be at stake?
Dr. Ashlyn Kirsten, a WMU professor, says the decision that the High Court handed on Friday has enormous consequences for U.S. constitutional law. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas saying in future cases, the Supreme Court should reconsider, quote, substantive due process precedents, the right to privacy, contraception, and marriage equality.
Well, this is a big deal because the other things that came from this right to privacy include these questions. Can same-sex couples expect privacy in their bedroom? Can same-sex couples enjoy marital privileges as straight couples do? Those are big social justice questions that most of us thought were settled law, but clearly it's not necessarily settled law anymore.
The Holland Pride Festival ended at 5 p.m. today. For Pride Month, event organizers say they've also had poetry readings, a 5K, and a drag show.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she's pulling out all the stops to make sure abortion remains accessible in the state of Michigan. News Channel 3's Allie Jenner-John joins us live in studio with why Whitmer says the lawsuit she recently filed is necessary to make that happen. Allie.
Well, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is pleading with Michigan Supreme Court to overrule a 1931 law that bans most abortions in our state. Now that abortion is no longer a constitutional right in the United States, it is illegal in Michigan, but that law can't be enforced here based on a May ruling by the Michigan Court of Claims. That could change in a moment's notice. That's why Whitmer says she's teed up this lawsuit. She's asking the state's highest court to ensure a woman's reproductive rights. She says she's not just doing this for Michigan women, but those in surrounding states like Ohio and Indiana who may rely on Michigan for their health care. Whitmer says it's a scary time and her current legislature is finding no common ground.
They've already introduced legislation to criminalize and throw nurses and doctors in jail. They've all endorsed the 1931 law, has all of the Republican people running for governor. They want abortion to be a felony, no exceptions for rape or incest. That's the kind of legislature that I'm working with.
Petitioners have been collecting signatures in an effort to get abortion rights on the state's November ballot. That signature campaign has until July 11th to collect about 425,000 valid signatures, which would then allow voters to decide abortion rights in Michigan.